Yo, what is up guys? So I am back from a very heavy drinking weekend stag do where I wanted to record some stuff, but yeah, it just didn't happen. I performed some magic at some bars, got very drunk, went paintballing, absolute disaster, got destroyed, got shot everywhere, got loads of marks everywhere. Yeah, but I'm slowly recovering and feeling a bit more human today. So I thought, let's learn a really cool super visual Erdnase change. So as you can see, this is not any Erdnase change. This is something super visual, completely different. It's a kind of magician fool as well. I performed this about a couple of years ago now on my Instagram page. I've only ever done it for camera. I've never done it live. However, it can be done live. I just haven't had a reason to do it live because it's more for magicians instead of laymen. So before learning this trick and going more into detail, make sure you watch my Erdnase video which I taught months ago. I'll leave a description, a link in the description on how to do the Erdnase change properly without having to kind of do this to get 2 cards on the back, learning how to pinky break and stuff like that. All the basic ideas which you need to know of what the Erdnase change is to start off with. I'll leave all that in the description below. So now grab yourself a pack of cards and grab 1 duplicate card as well. So once you have grabbed a duplicate, we are going to make the gimmick for this effect, which is going to look something like this. Now this is kind of a bit of a mess at the moment, and we'll just explain how it works to start off with. So the setup you are going to need to start off with is, you're going to start it from scratch, have this cutout card here and then a normal duplicate one above it, and then you can do an easy pinky break, double lift, whichever you want, and you're going to turn both those, but need to really make sure they line up perfectly straight, and then you're going to lift it forward a tiny bit. Now in this lighting you can see the slit in the card. This is why you got to be careful with the lighting, and I wouldn't perform it live as well because for me I wouldn't be that confident I can hide that. So once you've got your double in position and lined up in front, you are, as the Erdnase change would normally be, grab that card from underneath, slide it on top. As you slide that on top, you're then going to make the gesture of kind of like rubbing it halfway. Whilst doing this halfway motion, you're going to cover the card completely whilst your index finger is going to pull down the top or the second card down, which is the main one, and you've created this gap here. Obviously if we let go there, your fingers there, you can kind of see there's a big cutout here and everything like that. So you need to, whilst doing this motion, you've pulled the card down. Then this is all about timing and presentation, about knowing the angles. So even then I've gone a bit too far and just flashed that little bit, but from here that looks perfect, and you can go a little bit more depending on the camera angle, and then you can kind of make it reappear again a little bit. And then for the cleanup, what you're going to do is apply pressure on that card, so then, and push it back in. What I like to do then is wipe it, pretend I've got it in my hand, that little remaining bit. Just don't make any magical gesture. I just like to do that wipe motion because let's say I haven't got it quite in properly when I've gone to grab away. Obviously I'm going to flash a little bit, so just putting that extra little pressure to push in, make your magical gesture. So just quickly as well, why you have to put pressure down on the card for the cleanup. So you've done this move, you're here. If you just push straight in, because the cut edge here, that will drag the card underneath, backwards. So if I just pushed it in like so, it actually worked fine that time, typical. But sometimes what will happen, let me just get that. What will happen sometimes, yeah, I can feel it's clipped this time. You can see how it's pushed the card out here now, the one underneath it. So if you apply the pressure down, it lifts that rigid corner up so that it can just fit underneath the top card and not push the other cards in. If you were to push it, let's say up, the rigid edge might just catch the queen underneath, as you can see from there. That could also be made as like another move, another little added thing to it. I'm not sure how to present this. I just thought I'd share this idea. It's a cool super visual change. So now we're going to look on how to make this gimmick. To make the gimmick, obviously grab yourself a pair of scissors. You are going to leave about a centimetre, start cutting from a centimetre down from the top right corner of the card. Now I would recommend using a court card because there's a lot more happening on the court card, so it blends in a lot easier. I'm only using this 8 because so you can see the difference between the blend. You're then going to cut about halfway beneath the card, halfway lower down. Leave yourself about a centimetre, 2 centimetres off the edge as well. And then this can just be cut out now, like so. So now, I haven't quite gone far enough, I've left a little edge there. There we go. So now you've got that simple to make your gimmick. Now if I was to put that against that, it does blend in actually quite well. It's not that spottable, that noticeable. If I change the lighting, it'll be easier to hide out. I just find that with the court card, if you got it all lined up and everything, it's a lot easier to blend in, a lot harder to notice all the slits and everything. So I'd recommend using a court card, but it's entirely up to you. So I hope you enjoyed that like real quick Erdnase change. It's kind of it is an Erdnase change, except for it's just done some way completely different. Not many of people have seen it before or done it before or know how to do it. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. If you do it live, then fair play. You got more balls than me. But even if it's just for camera, it's super visual, stands out, and it's kind of, I think it's a magician fooler. Certainly the first time I saw it, which was off Felix Bodden and Lloyd Barnes, it fooled me. Took me quite a while to work out how to do it. I'm not sure if they did it the same way I did it. I have no idea how they did it. However, this is the way I did it, and it kind of looks the same and gives the same result. So I just wanted to share it with you guys. It might be, like I said, completely different to how they do it. They might have a method that works live. I don't know, but this is just my method for camera, and I think it looks great, and I hope you enjoy it too. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll see you again very soon.